Yeah. Check it. Yeah, it's Lioness by the board. I ain't got time for the ones who slept on me and clapping when I pop. Go for Mojo D, my light is in my past. Yeah, I just pop. Really ain't got time for low energies. Trying to change your life with these melodies. And he bringing seats on my table so he can start hard for who's left on me. Like what? God's favorite kid, I'm a tame a bull. Better step back like what? Say yes to the call, about to live it up. And it's such a vibe like turns. Acquainted with me, you weren't. Try me and the spirit get burnt. Rising, I'm leaving you stunned. New me coming in lush. God's favorite kid, got the leverage, always winning like no swag. God's favorite kid, handpicked from the rest. God's favorite kid, man, you can't resist. And he looking at me like no cap. God's favorite kid, handpicked from the rest. I'm blessed, feeling like God's favorite kid. Blessed, feeling like God's favorite kid. Blessed, feeling like God's favorite kid. I'm blessed, feeling like God's favorite kid. I'm blessed, feeling like God's favorite kid. I'm blessed, feeling like God's favorite kid. Yeah, yeah, God's favorite kid. Yeah, yeah, God's favorite kid. Yeah, yeah, God's favorite kid. Yeah, activated how we ride. I'm so blessed I can't deny. Turn this music up on how we bout to turn it up and cry. See, I can act like he ain't there by me. My lowest moments in my deep valley. Now we upgraded, making big bets. We real tight and he dead by me like what? God's favorite kid, I'm a tame a bull. Better step back like what? Say yes to the call, bout to live it up. And it's such a vibe like turns. Acquainted with me, you weren't. Try me and the spirit get burnt. Rising, I'm leaving you stuck. You be coming in lush.
Yes, what's up, wonderful people? Welcome to the Express Show Live. I do hope that everyone is doing well and that you are excited to be with us on yet another wonderful broadcast where we bring you the latest in the entertainment industry and also get to have you updated on what is happening in different other sectors. My name is Spikes, and of course, on a beautiful Wednesday like this, we do purpose to actually engage with you on our different social media platforms. We are actually on Facebook, 254 Express Show. And you can also find us on Instagram as well, the Express Show Live. In case you just want to get a hold of me on my personal account, it's actually Monya G Spikes, and also on the broader account, Pomzi Africa. How are you doing? How are you feeling? It's actually 4 minutes to 4 p.m. right here in Nairobi. And today we are looking forward to having a wonderful show where we get to connect and we get to inspire and motivate you right here on the Express Show. Today we do have a wonderful guest with us. She goes by the name Lioness, and I want to give her an opportunity to just introduce herself. Hi, Lioness. How are you doing?
Hi, Sparks. How are you? Thank you so much for having me here on your show today. I'm absolutely excited to be here.
I'm also delighted to have you on the show as we get to know more about your journey in music and also to get you know as a person. And of course, maybe perhaps for those who do not know about Lioness, maybe perhaps could you just introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do?
Okay, so Buthu is a girl that has so many amazing hats and has founded a brand called Buthu Lioness. So Buthu Lioness is not just my artistry name, but
Yeah.
it's a brand. Under that brand, I'm an artist, I'm a civic leader, I'm a motivational speaker, and I'm also into a whole lot of community work in my community. So it's a whole brand that encompasses taking care of people and making sure that the world is a better place and taking people into their best versions of themselves.
All right, that's wonderful because at the end of the day, people might want to put you in a box. You know, say this is she is an artist, she is a singer, and just put you in a box. You know, of singers. But I understand for you, you wear many hats, and you are multi-talented, and even beyond the talent, you do a whole lot of things with the community as well. And we are excited to know that that is what you have been up to. That is what you get to do. And let me ask you, maybe perhaps when we were looking into the particular aspect of you being an artist, when did you discover your passion for music?
I discovered my passion for music as a child. I started with singing first, though.
Yeah.
So parents told me that just like as a kid, before I couldn't even walk, I would just sit down and just be singing all day long. So I think it was always seen at that age that I was going to be in the entertainment industry. But I would say for rap, I started rapping at 10. That's because I
Yeah,
was inspired by Lil Wayne. At the
yeah,
time, he was my favorite
yeah.
rapper, and so I just started learning how to rap since then. And I've only been able to officially break into the industry in like 2021.
Oh, okay, that's super wonderful because some people talk about having started their careers in a church choir or even in the school choir. But I don't know. Were you part of any choir or were you part of any group in school, a music group in school, or you started just individually?
No, yes, I've always been big with the arts at school, but I wouldn't say that I always had the spotlight as the main person doing things. So I was always like in the
Yeah,
background, joining in these groups, learning, of course, what I needed to learn and pick up.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, awesome. That is quite wonderful. And also, let me ask you, when you're growing up, who are some of the people that you used to look up to? And maybe perhaps you got yourself saying that maybe you would like to be like them when you grow up or when you get into music. Who are some of the people that inspired you, rather when you were starting out?
Okay, so I think one of the most greatest things about my journey, I
Yeah,
actually got mentored by somebody who I looked up to and wanted to become like. I think I became so just through that journey, I became Christian in 2016.
yeah,
Um, and I got to realize a gospel artist who was circular before. His name is Martin PK. So we went to the same church. He is quite impactful inside Africa, outside of Africa, and this was the best role
yeah,
model to look to, especially because this was somebody that was um,
yeah.
accessible to me. So yeah, so
And
I would say him, Martin
so,
PK. Um,
yeah.
we've got a few rappers as well, Daniel Miles, Sam Jams. These are Christian rappers, by the way. Um, in Circular, I would say I've had Lil Wayne, which I spoke about before, who has been a great inspiration in terms of me actually wanting to be a rapper and not just a singer or just sing, right?
Yeah, yeah. So maybe perhaps I would like to ask you when you're coming up and of course starting out music in Botswana, what can you say is the current state of the music industry there, and how has it changed? Since you started out as an artist and are doing music, professional recording music, and how's the current state of the music industry, and how has it changed since when you started recording and the current state right now?
How has it changed? I don't think there's much change in our industry in Botswana. I personally, just as a person, I believe there's so much to do. Even I, as an artist, I've held, like events where we can help give a platform to more young upcoming artists because it kind of seems like the industry itself needs to be worked by the artists to create platform for themselves.
Yeah.
So now there hasn't really been much change that that I've gotten to see, but of course, in terms of my exposure, I would say
Mm.
that that has grown. Yeah.
Okay, that's quite interesting. So tell us a little bit about maybe your very first song. When you the very first time you hit the studio, how was your experience, and what was this particular jam that you recorded? Maybe.
Uh the very first time I hit the studio, I must have been very young. Um, it was a good song, but it was just
Mm.
never produced.
Oh, what happened? Was it? Or did the recording? Did they lose the recording? The files? Were the files lost? What
I
happened?
I actually got the files. I decided to lose them throughout the years. I didn't even know I was going to want to do this officially.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
But. Mm,
excellent. It's like even when I did my first one that I put out, I always I've always had ease in the studio. Like
yeah.
I don't know what it is. Like I just always know what to do, and that's because when you expose yourself to a whole lot of music growing up, you kind of know
Yeah.
what is expected of you from just watching your favorite artists behind the scenes and watching how they do what they do. It kind of helps you when you step onto the spot to, king as well and do what they do.
All right, that's quite wonderful. But also, let me ask you, when it comes to like your creative process, I don't know if the producer sends you beats or you go to the studio make beats, and when you like you share the melody. Tell us a little bit about your creative process, how you go about, and also picking up the titles or the themes for your projects. Tell us a little bit about your creative process. Like, do you get an idea, then make it to a full song, or do you write based on your personal experiences that make you write a jam, or maybe from someone else's experience? Tell us a little bit about your creative process, how you come about making a jam.
Okay, I think lately I'm just gonna take it back to what's been happening lately. I've been realizing that so far I've only got 2 singles out. Getting to the Bag is a freestyle. It's not a single.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so what I've realized is most people now come into like liking Buthu Lioness, but they don't know me, and so now
yeah,
I'm going to be taking this route for just a short while where I get to kind of talk about personal experiences. So um, I actually am relatable and people get to know me. They know what I'm about, what I'm talking about, what my vision is. So I'm really at that stage of executing and showing people
yeah.
what I'm all about. So in that process, it just depends on like what I'm going through at that point in my life. For example, getting to the bag. I hadn't been in the industry for a while. I think I hadn't produced like a song in like a few months or like a year. And I came through with
Yeah.
getting to the bag. I've been praying with the homies getting to the bag. So really just inviting the fans into what I'm doing. So it's been more of a personal
That's a quite interesting, and of course, of those who are joining us, this is the Express 254 Express, and we do have a guest. She goes by the name Buthu Lioness, representing for Botswana. I believe she is actually based in Gaborone, right?
yes. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and of course, we sorry, come again.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, and we are speaking all things music. I understand we might have a problem on our stream because you're supposed to be streaming on Pomzi Africa YouTube and also on the Kenyan podcast on X. But I understand, I'm not sure. Let us know where you're actually streaming us from. If you are getting us from X, or you are actually getting us from YouTube. It actually might be a problem with YouTube, but I do believe we might be doing all right on X. So let me know our family so that we can get to see this particular end. This is a 254 Express, and like I did say, we are getting to speak all matters music and also all matters live with our guest. She goes with the name Buthu Lioness, and we have played your jam, which is known as God's favorite child. So let us know. Tell us a little bit about this particular jam, Buthu. Tell us a little bit about the background to this particular jam and why you actually came up with this particular title for the song.
God's favorite kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so God's favorite kid, um, I believe just again, I have mentioned in this interview that I am born again, and God's favorite kid is just to say God has created each and every one of us, especially the way that we are, and each and every one of us are His favorites. That's pretty much the idea of trying to kind of push forward and let be known. I don't want it to be like, oh, Buthu Lioness is God's favorite kid. No, it's anybody that listens to it must get to the
Yeah.
message or to the understanding that they are two God's favorite kids. So it's really
All
just
right.
spread.
That's awesome. Sorry,
Yeah.
go on. Sorry to cut you off. Go on. Go on. Go on. Sorry, I
People
interjected.
get an awareness.
But for people might, people also want to like categorize people into boxes. Like I was saying when we started out the interview, don't say, oh, this is a gospel artist, or this is secular artist, or this is that and that. How can you describe your genre, the genre of music that you do? How can you describe it all? You don't want to also be put in a box. How can you describe the genre of music that you do?
It's just rap. It's rap with a message. I
Rap with
don't
a message.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
rap with a message, with a message. And when I explain it in terms of, being a civic leader and everything, I usually just put it and say it's rap with a message that leads you again to positivity, to your best, to the best version of yourself, and
Yeah.
to just growth. Yeah.
All right, that's quite wonderful. There has been a debate in the rap, in the hip hop music industry,
Yeah.
and there was a bit of beef between some of the biggest, actually, they might be considered the biggest hip hop stars right now. That
Right.
is Kendrick Lamar and Drake. So, if you to pick a side, and you had to pick a side, you don't really necessarily have to be a really, really deep fan of either. But if you did have to pick a side, what side would you be picking on that particular um, beef?
And then, like I said, I was inspired by Lil Wayne, so you can imagine how Drake is close to my heart. I grew up
Yeah,
watching, so
yeah,
I am on Drake's side, but I think that Kendrick really killed that guy.
yeah. Because when you're talking about music with a message or rap with a message, for me, I do feel that Kendrick is one that delivers mostly music that is can that people in the streets can relate to, and
Yeah,
people even in different situations can also difficult situations can also get relate to. And from his upbringing in Compton, where he explains about the difficulties he was facing when he was growing up. I think it's a bit more relatable when it comes to rap with a message. Because on the other side, I know Drake's music is jamming. You can listen to the music in the club, outside the club, anywhere. You can listen to music anywhere. But then again, on that particular divide, if I had to choose a side, I think I'll be going with Kendrick. But I think for Buthu Lioness here, she says that she might go with Drizzy on there as well. So this is 254X. Sorry, come on, go on, carry
I
on.
was going to say I'm choosing Drake out of loyalty. It's not out of the fact that he actually won the challenge. It's out of loyalty. I think,
Yes,
and I most people are in this position because Drake has been in the industry longer than Kendrick. We've
yeah.
seen kind of evolve, and
But are you sure? I don't know who has been in the industry longer. I'm not sure whether Drake has been, but I'm not sure. Maybe.
definitely Drake, because he mentored Kendrick. That's why this is now a huge thing because he at some point he had Kendrick come on his show and he
Yeah,
helped raise Kendrick Lamar's career. So again we get back to just the fact that we've seen Drake here longer.
yeah, yeah. So I also remember they did have a song together. Was it Poetic Justice? I think it was
Yeah,
Poetic Justice. Both of them on the song together, and that was actually one of my favorite songs from the duo. But nonetheless, let's carry on now with the conversation. Here, this is Buthu Lioness. I think we shall take a short break. Play another jam, which is getting to the bag, and then we shall continue with our discussion here about the music, even as we get to know more about our guest for today. Her name is Buthu Lioness, and of course, her music is jamming as well. Let me actually share this particular song, which is Get Into the Bag, and you shall let me know what you feel about. This is an actual freestyle. This is not the
yes,
jam. This is actually,
style, the
but let me share
freestyle.
this so that the family can also let us know what they feel about this particular one. Get
Awesome.
into the official freestyle, and it's jamming. Let's play it.
As a king of the castle. Yeah. Crown on my head, I've been reigning since birth. Feeling mad grace, so I put in this verse. Spirit beam, baby, I'm immune to a curse. Say it twice, baby, taking over since birth. Yeah, I've been reigning since my ops just begin. I'm the veteran. Yeah, where on earth I've been. Praying with the homies, getting to the bag. Getting to the bag. Been praying with the homies, getting to the bag. Getting to the bag. Been praying with the homies, getting to the. He's on mission, I'm a rider. If it's a heaven mission, homie, let me pull up in a chopper. Lyrically smooth, I could put you in a holy groove. Unleashing as I flow, I could take you to another mood. That's why I be the juice, be the juice, be the juice. Living on river, I got the juice. I got the juice, got the juice, got the juice. We'll live in water, I walk on water. Swords, 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 swords. It's lioness by the war. Yeah, the swords out the war like I'm the bad guy. Walking unpredicted on my own line. Kairos blowing up, it's divine time. Impact attracting all the souls on the front, God. PCO grace, I'm born for success, PCO said. Appointed as a king, so I don't beg. Walking in dominion, don't be misled. Miss Priestess, child of a king, royal highness. Palace of ambition, I'm the finest. Lyrical majesty can't fight this. Rah, rah, getting to the bag. Been praying with the homies, getting to the bag. Shah, shah, getting to the bag. Been praying with the homies, getting to the bag. Me and the homies, we getting to the bag. Me and my boys, we getting to the bag. Be in your bag and be in your Bible too.
Yes, that is what it is. The name of the jam is Get Into the Bag right there. And it's actually jamming. This is the 254 Express. We do have the one and only Buthu Lioness from Botswana representing for Gaborone. I hope I'm pronouncing all the names right because I might be messing up some of the jams, some of the names there. But for those who are joining us for the very first time, make sure that you also head over to her YouTube channel. It's Buthu Lioness, Buthu Lioness, and make sure you subscribe and show some love and some support because in the music industry, it's about the love and support on them. So as we continue the discussion here, Buthu Lioness, can you tell us a little bit about the inspiration behind this particular jam, and of course who actually was involved with this particular freestyle as well? Who else was involved in the freestyle?
Okay, as I said earlier in the interview, Getting to the Bag was a response to people asking me why I'm not putting music out. And the and the first paragraphs were about my journey as a person as well. Crown on my head, I've been reigning since birth, feeling mad grace, so I put it in this verse. Spirit being, baby, I'm immune to a curse. So that's where you find so much more about me, again, still in that journey of describing myself, and then at the same time answering where I've been with the homies getting to the bag.
Wow.
Yeah. So the freestyle was actually supposed to be a Netflix show. How it started, it was supposed to be a Netflix show song, but Netflix didn't pick it. So my producer and I just decided that we're gonna put it out as a freestyle. My producer that worked on this is Mohammed. We worked on both the recordings, the mastering, and mixing together.
Awesome. That's wonderful. And also, I think that is also a jam that is the energy is right on that particular track. It's all, I love the hype and the energy on that particular one. I could see why you were saying that you used to listen to Cash Money or Young Money, because I can see a bit of Tiger. Tiger's energy on tracks is like that. The way Tiger flexes on the beat, it's like the energy is almost kind of a similar energy because the energy has to be there. And I was watching also some video where Lil Wayne was actually recording a jam. What was the name of that particular jam? I'll actually find the video, but I will tell you the energy is there and it's consistent. Nonetheless, this is the 254 Express, and we do have a guest. She comes from Botswana, and also she is representing for rap music with a message, not just any rap, but rap music with a message. And of course, right now, many people are talking about the impact of social media on work and also digital media on work. But how have you used social media in any way to also push your music, and what influence has social media has on your music in terms of marketing and also the creative process?
Honestly, I think that is my number one marketing strategy right now more than anything. I think social media allows me to not just rely on being spoken about by other people, but it allows me to actually connect with my fans, connect with potential artists who might want to have features with me, potential producers I might work with. So it's just this pool that gives me variety in terms of how I connect to people and which people I'm connecting to. So yes, I use social media more than anything. Everything else has come after I had been using social media. In fact, I'm one of those artists that started with freestyles online, then I started being an artist after. So it was the love that I got online that made me want to actually become an artist can do this for sure, for sure.
Awesome. And but then again, to everything that has a positive side, there's a negative side as well. You might find some people trolling you on social media. They might get onto your Twitter or your Facebook, and they'll be like, "No, I'm not feeling that jam." Or they'll be like, "Can she rap like this?" Or "Why would she rap like this?" So there's so many. How do you deal with negative? How would you deal with negative criticism on social media and even trolls?
Yeah. So
Mm,
I went through my first negative troll, I think was it last year.
mm,
Um, but guess what? When people tell you you're whack as a real rapper, that
mm,
should make you want to push harder. So these are the kind of conversations I've had with myself. Like I said, I've had the opportunity to not only look up to a few people, but actually mingle, interact with a few people I've looked up to, and just looking at how they handle
yeah,
the public eye and the pressure that comes with it. So
yeah.
yeah, it's about, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I'm just going to show you that I can grow at it. If you don't like this flow, I'm gonna come up with a new flow, and I'm just gonna be taking over. That's just how I thought of it. It's just to stay positive at all times and by all means.
Awesome. That's the way to go, because sometimes you might just they might drain your energy. You might focus on the negative, what's going on with that, and you end up draining your energy, and you're not even able to go on with doing what you love doing, that is making music. But also, you told us a little bit about your other side, which is also a civic leader, or maybe perhaps I'm not sure whether I should call it also an activist. But tell us also about your involvement with community, and what are some of the matters on which you focus on? Is it youth-related affairs, or what are some of the things that you focused on with the community?
So I focused on women empowerment
Yeah,
through yeah. So I had the opportunity to kind of be in a woman empowerment show
yeah,
where we address issues that women are going through in the community, in the society. Just to give the woman a voice and have the option to actually speak out and be heard and just be able to process her emotions, because women are very emotional people. We need that type of interaction to survive. And then number two, mental health. I'm big on mental health. So
yeah.
mental health, especially with the youth, this is a struggle that we're facing, I think, worldwide, right? So just helping people learn how to take care of their psyche, how to process their emotions, and to do all of this stuff healthily, so we keep again the world in the most perfect state. um some other things I would say, again, women empowerment, girl empowerment. So girl empowerment, I would go to schools and become a personal mentor to young girls growing up, and just getting into the avenues what they're interested in, and helping them just develop themselves in that.
Awesome. That's perfect, because at the end of the day, you also want to walk the walk, not just talk about things, but you're not involved. But you also, you're personally, you're also involved with the community, and that is also a good thing. But also, let me ask you, when it comes to like now, getting back to music, who are some of the people that you aspire to collaborate with? Maybe perhaps in Botswana, or in South Africa, or in on the continent, or even maybe outside. Who are some of the people that you maybe perhaps aspire one day to work with? Maybe you love their work ethic, you love how they flow on the beat, you love the message. Who are some of these particular individuals?
Okay. I think I would absolutely. I don't know if you know Mickey. She's from
Mickey
South.
Monarch?
Yes.
Mickey Monarch. Yeah, I know her. We were supposed to set up an interview. I don't know what happened. And I think she also now has a podcast. We were supposed to work on something. I think we worked on a blog, and then we were supposed to do a podcast. And then I don't know what happened. I'll still reach out to her. But I think that would be wonderful. That would be so fire. Her energy, her enthusiasm, everything about her, the way she works. I think I love the way she works. And maybe I do hope that your project might actually get to happen. Okay, carry on. Sorry, I cut you short. Go on.
Oh, and it's going to be very fantastic, because how I met Mickey was a friend of mine who is in South Africa,
Yeah,
who I was supposed to have a song with. He mentioned me
yeah.
in Mickey's videos, and he said we should definitely collaborate. And I've been looking at her work. I love it. I think absolutely.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
her energy is crazy. You know, her energy, Mickey will actually just get onto an IG live and go on for the whole hour with the same energy. And I'm like, what's going on with Mickey? Well, I'm there watching and I'm on the live. I'm like, you still at the same level of energy and you're going on about the music. You know, I love her enthusiasm and also how she gets. I do hope that your collaboration gets to work out, and also maybe not even a collaboration, maybe even a joint project. That would be awesome. And I think she also set up a podcast. I hope that she also has you on her podcast as well. That would be wonderful. I was hoping to have Mickey Monarch on the podcast as well, but I will see how things are pan out. No worries, we're not in a rush, but we'll still set it up.
I hope so
So
well.
how about out of Africa, outside Africa, who do you see maybe perhaps who would you like to work with?
Outside of Africa, Lola Brooke. I don't know if you know about her. Lola Brooke. She made this song. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it.
Yeah,
So that it was a famous TikTok song.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would
So
actually look it up. I'm not acquainted with, I'm not sure who she is, but sometimes I'm lagging behind when it comes to knowing who is actually out there jamming. But no worries. I'll check her out and I'll see what she brings. What she has, and see why maybe perhaps she has been chosen for a collaboration, an aspiration for collaboration. But apart from that, maybe perhaps what is some of the opportunities and challenges that you have actually encountered as so far? I'm sure you have been in the industry for quite a while. So, what are some of the opportunities and maybe some of the challenges that you have encountered during your career as an artist?
okay. So producers. I think it's been hard. Again, our the music industry is very saturated with
Yeah,
male, right? So
yeah,
producers working with producers or photographers or whatever, and that ending up being crashes and everything, and it's just
mm,
things aren't don't these things don't actually just stay very professional. And like I said, with already the struggle we have with our industry, the way it's set up, I think just professionalism between a producer and an artist can lack. We have very common cases. Those have been my challenges, just looking for people you can trust, you can work with, and I act professional.
I do understand that challenges might be there, but also there are opportunities. But then again, at the end of the day, I think we should also have more women producers, more ladies getting involved with the production aspect of music, getting more involved with other aspects, so that we also do have a balance, not only with the aspect of the producers and also the artists, but you can also have more ladies and also more professionalism in the industry. How about the opportunities? What are some of the opportunities that you have actually encountered?
Wow, I've encountered many, many, many opportunities again because my hats are in like many different industries and avenues. For example, I've had opportunities with Young African Leaders Initiative. This
Yeah.
is a program I've been in. It's
Yeah.
a South African initiative that helps young people in Africa just take up their space. I mean, take up their space in terms of
Yeah.
leadership and to
Yeah.
impact their communities. So,
Mm.
I've had opportunities to, rap in like platforms like this where my music can now just expand beyond the brackets of what I had put it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've had really several opportunities. It's like even with my music being on radio, I didn't have to go and submit my music. I think it's been very easy for me to just become an artist, an official one, because yeah, the opportunities have been there. To be honest. They have been there. Although there's
Eh,
struggles, they've been amazing
y-
opportunities.
Yeah. So how has your music been received so far? How is the reception of your music outside there? Maybe locally or even maybe outside. How are people receiving the music? What feedback are you getting?
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Yes, I think for a very long time, even I thought I was a super artist. I wasn't seeing the impact of what I was doing. But as I keep getting all these opportunities with different places, I'm mingling with different people in my country, in my city. And I'm starting to realize, like, wow, there's so much love, because sometimes because of the numbers online and everything, you don't really get to know who hears you, who's listening, who loves what they're listening to. But I've gotten to have these, personal interactions with people, and you're getting to find out, like, wow, the impact is there. There's literally something that's happening.
Awesome. I love when people actually are showing love and support to a project. And we also do hope to see you come up with an EP, an album, another one after that, maybe perhaps another one after that, maybe a musical documentary. Maybe there are so many ways an artist can actually branch out and get into their bag. But as we are getting closer to ending up with this particular segment of getting to know Buthu Lioness, I would just like to ask you, when you look at the future, what can people expect from Buthu Lioness in the near future, or even in the short term, or even in the long term?
All I can say is I have plans of doing big things, like you said, EPs, documentaries. These are things that are in line already. Music videos. These are things that are in the line already. So my brand again is all about seeing other people just become the best versions of themselves, us living positively and making the world a better place. And all my projects are going to be just summed up in making sure that that vision comes to life. So just expect that in the future with music, of course, as well, because music is that engine that kind of just pushes everything and pushes the vision.
Awesome. I do hope that people can also get to subscribe to your platforms. Can you share with us where people can find your music and also your socials?
Okay, you can find my music on Spotify. It's literally on all sorts. It's actually on all platforms. It's on Apple Music. It's on. You can find it anywhere. You can find it anywhere.
And your socials, where can people find you on the social medias? Your handles?
Okay. So that it's Buthu Lioness on every platform except Instagram, which is Buthu_Lioness.
Awesome. Then that's perfect. Guys, make sure you also follow her and stream her music on Spotify. It's Buthu Lioness, represented for Gaborone, Botswana. And we do hope at the end of the day, we also do get to see collaborations coming up. We are excited and are thankful to everyone that has joined us for today. And maybe perhaps you want to have a closing remark from Buthu Lioness. What would be your closing remark to your fans or to the people just following through your journey? Or even maybe a message to young girls who also want to pursue music in our future. What is your closing remark that you'd like to share with us?
Okay, closing remark I'd like to share is go towards anything and everything that you want in life and never let anything or anybody stop. Just be resilient, be persistent, and stay positive.
Awesome. That's our motivation from the one and only Buthu Lioness there. And personally, I just want to thank everyone that has been with us on the 254 Express. I do see that we do have a family on Twitter checking us out. Make sure that you also follow us on Twitter and also on Facebook at 254 Express, 254 Express, and also on YouTube, the Kenyan Podcast. And also find us on our Pomzi Africa as well. Thank you so much. We shall end this particular live with a jam by Buthu Lioness. It's known as Work. Till next time, much peace and love. I want to wish everyone a happy and a productive rest of the day. For me, it's your homeboy Spike signing out. We shall end Work. So thank you so much. Before I play this particular exam, I want to thank once again Buthu Lioness for being with us, and actually say we would love to have you once again when you do have a new project out, and we do hope that we shall continue supporting the music and the journey. And this is your jam Work.
I can't wait to be back here.
Awesome. Welcome.
Hockey woke, no cap, ayy, I'm my own lane. On the road, ayy, spiritual mood. So fire, posting requests, yeah, I'm a whole fire. Hockey woke, oh, no cap, ayy, I'm my own lane. On the road, spiritual mood, ayy, so fire, posting requests, yeah, I'm a whole fire. Ain't nothing in this world worth living for. What you gain a whole world and lose your soul for? Lose your life so you gain it, that's the whole point. Spiritual being broke, undeniable. Yeah, so what you living for.